Alright, there we go. Alright, no more games, you feel me? Alright, shit, we are live right now. Alright, got fucking GarageBand going, got the camera going, you know what I mean? So y'all niggas can see this shit when it, when I put it on YouTube. But no more of the, finagle and bagel. Welcome to the Great Alexander Podcast. I'm your host, Alexander the Great, aka the Great Alexander, aka he who looks at trees, you feel me? And today, on the third episode, I have a very special guest with me, a dear friend of mine. She's very intelligent, smart, she's sweet, sexy. For the fellas out here, you see her right here. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name is Taysha. Me and Kobe have been friends for some time now, and I'm really excited.
The long version is, I met Taysha right here. We're recording, not at my house as you can see, or as you can hear rather. We're recording at Newman University. This is where I attended for a semester and a half before I dropped out. But within that semester and a half, I was able to, meet Taysha along the way. And I brought her on here because, as I was telling her earlier, that I really wanted to have some intellectual conversation with her, because whenever we talked, she wasn't yes sir type of person. She wasn't submissive to how my thoughts and views were. She always, challenged the way I was thinking. She said things that I didn't agree with, but we always had such mutual respect for each other. And she would tell you that I was annoying all the time, but I still loved it. That's my baby right here. You feel me? She won't admit it because I ain't shit. But besides the point, I'm not affected by that. But I can't forget to mention we kind of have an audience right now. To the right of me, I have another one of our good friends, Sydney. You won't see her, but you might hear her chime in a few times. So who the fuck that third person? Say hi, Sid. Say hi.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, that was Sydney if you didn't hear her, but. Yeah, let's start the show. No more introduction. I want to get into these discussions. She's been pressuring me about what the fuck we're gonna be talking about, and I'm so nervous.
Just because I don't want you to ask me anything out of pocket, but I trust you.
But it's not out of pocket though. These are legit topics that I feel like you can discuss, and that again, that we won't agree on, or we might agree on it. You know what I mean? It's certain things that will make it interesting. So I discussed our history. I want to get into people's 2017 resolutions. I have such a gripe with this because I'm pretty sure that people will say, oh, I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna act this certain way, and I'm gonna get this done, and then 2 weeks or just at the month of January, it's they do a little bit and then fall off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And for me, myself personally, I kind of made up in my mind to stop all the talking and just, be about action. And over time, I came to the conclusion of you kind of have to have a why to why you wake up every day and why you do things you do. And essentially, my why was that I just want to inspire the world the same way that the world has inspired me to do. And starting with this show, starting with anything else that I have planned on doing, that I plan on giving back to the world. And I feel like I'm talking too much right now, and I want to hear what you think about 2017's people having these resolutions and not following through with them.
I feel like the idea is great. The idea that when the new year starts, you can make decisions to make changes in your life for the positive. And I think it's a good idea, but like you said, people don't stick with them, and I think that's where people go wrong. And granted, that's your own personal motivations and your own personal willpower and stuff like that, so why they don't stick to it. But the idea is great. I think it's a positive thing.
But what was your fucking resolution?
I don't make them. If I'm gonna make a change, I'm gonna do it whenever I want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's what I was getting to. People wait, and I can attest to this because I'm that people. But people wait, for certain things to happen for them to change, and usually that be the New Year's. And like I said, for me, it was just done the talking, done the ideas, done the planning, done the vision casting for myself, and I just had to just put this shit into action.
Yeah, I respect that a lot, especially with you doing this show and everything. And I think that when you make those type of moves, that's when it matters. That's when those changes matter. You know what I mean?
And with that being said, I feel like when you start telling everybody about it, it isn't. I feel like when people tell everybody what the new thing that they're going to be doing or that they have in the works and stuff like that, I feel like it kind of takes away how genuine it is to yourself. It's kind of like you're lying to yourself.
Right.
So you have to tell everybody else this is what you're doing, and all the guilt doesn't fall on you. You know what I mean? Like other people will be upset at you because you didn't do it. You know, like it's like if I tell you, like, yo, I'm gonna be working on this movie this year, and I'm gonna tell Sydney, I'm gonna tell my dad, I'm gonna tell the chick outside and everything. Just trying to get everybody hyped. Ain't nobody out there, but just trying to get everybody hyped for this movie that I'm allegedly gonna make, but never get around to. And when I don't, it's kind of like, oh, you know, I told everybody, but, you know, at least I couldn't, you know, the blame doesn't all fall on me, you know?
I agree.
She agrees. Next topic, which I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot to say, is cheating. And we touched on this briefly off camera and off recording, but Taysha isn't too fond of cheating. And for obvious reasons, but I'd rather
no female is anyway.
But I want to hear your perspective on cheating. Like, what do you think about it? How would you handle it in certain situations? Have you ever been cheated on? And have you ever cheated? Like, you know.
Okay. Okay. Initially, the idea of cheating, I feel like stems from the fact that, you know, guys have more hormones or whatever than females do, and that you guys can control yourselves as much as we can. So based off of that idea alone, I feel like people have made it so much more acceptable for men to cheat on women, and I feel like society has put this idea in men's head that, oh, like, boys are gonna be boys, like, you know, it's okay to do that. You know what I mean? And I think that that's why women have started to accept it. And the whole idea is crazy to me. We don't hold you guys to a high enough standard. We allow you guys to behave a particular type of way and repeat those behaviors and keep taking you guys back. And I think that's why the behavior continues.
But I kind of want to go back to what you said about how, you know, the reason why guys cheat is because we have more hormones and everything. I don't agree with that because
it's like scientifically proven. I mean, like that you got like testosterone and all that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We have testosterone.
So you guys,
with that being said,
sexual drives are higher than females. I'm pretty sure that's a fact.
It's really not actually. Women's sex drives are actually way higher than men. But we'll get back to that in a minute.
Can you Google that, Sydney?
Look it up. But while we do this, we have a you know, real-time Google person right now. But anyway, I was getting to the point that I believe why, because first of all, it isn't just men who fucking cheat.
Okay, women cheat too, but the reason why women cheat and the reason why men cheat are completely different.
Can I get to the point?
Let me talk. Women cheat for attention and like they're not being satisfied in their relationship, whether it's like emotional reasons or whatever. And if a woman cheats, that means that she's not happy in her relationship. A guy can cheat and it strictly be physical. I mean, he can come back and get in bed with his girlfriend without any issue.
But see, that's
because they view, like, men view sex
differently. Absolutely.
And men view it purely physically.
That's true, but I'm getting to the point that just prehistorically speaking, the way men are set up is to produce, is to get with as many women as possible.
What I just said.
No, you said because we have such higher sex drives, we need to go fuck her, and her. No, that's not the point. It's in our nature to naturally see and find.
More about sex.
Men think more about sex.
Men seek sex more avidly.
Okay.
But with sex drives, it's more women.
Did it say that, Sydney?
It's just talking about how.
Just go ahead.
Anyway, but like I said, prehistorically speaking, if we just wanted to talk about the spread of population and as far as not staying with one woman at a time, you want to be able to spread your genetics and your DNA because it's about
reproducing.
Not that, but the one phrase, the survival of the fittest.
Okay.
You want to be able to carry on your genetics so that way, you know, these next generations will be, you know, strong enough to live on and so on and so forth. Nowadays, it's all man-made and emotions that we kind of put into it that play a part in it. But the fact that whether or not men view sex differently, men can just feel as inadequate or not in the right situation with a woman. Like a woman cannot be giving them attention and love, and they try to seek that out.
But you're not cheating because of that.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You can't just generalize, oh, cheating as men just want to fuck and they come back.
A majority?
No. You can't.
Okay, I can. Because a majority of men cheat strictly for sex. So therefore, it's a strictly physical act.
But what about the ones that don't cheat for sex?
That's a small percentage.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
We don't have no facts on the show. This is all assumptions. This is all opinions, you know what I mean? This ain't real life.
Okay, so you've cheated before, right?
I have.
So did you cheat for sex, strictly for sex, or did you cheat because your girlfriend wasn't doing what she was supposed to do?
I cheated because, one, I was cheating on my girlfriend with an ex, but that was because, one, I wasn't 100% even over her, and I never really got the time to even spend with her. So that was always a hang up in my mind, was that like one day.
Why'd
you get into a new relationship?
Can I get into this? It's more specific details. This fucking shit. It's more specific details into it. But the point I'm trying to make is I cheated because, like I said, I really didn't have a thing with her ever, and that's a whole different story. But that wasn't even why I even got in a relationship. It was because like I wanted to be in a relationship, but it so happened she came back in my life, and it's like, holy shit, you know what I mean? But it wasn't because I was unhappy or
so you
I just wanted to fuck. Like, I mean, we did, but
so that's why you cheated.
That's not why I cheated, because she came back in my life, like I said, and it wasn't just on that type time. It just so happened that's kind of what it came down to.
Okay.
But it was also that, you know, I was spending time with her, and you know, we didn't go out, but I was talking to her more and everything, and if it was just for sex, that wouldn't have gone on, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. But every man doesn't cheat just for sex. It just so happens to lead to that. Like I said, I'm a victim, not a victim.
A victim.
Actually, I have been cheated on, but I'm a person, for real. But it's a different level of cheating every time because it's so specific. Like you can't generalize every person cheating in a
obviously it's situational. Like obviously for every single person it's gonna be different. But
you weren't saying that a minute ago.
I'm talking about because at the core of everything, that's the core is sex. Like I feel like a majority of guys cheat because they are physically attracted to another woman and they want to just have that experience, and then they want to go home and lay in bed with their girlfriend.
Okay, but what if women want that too? They see a fine ass man who they want to get with, and then they try to get that experience but don't have any issues coming back to their man after that.
I feel like in that case we have more like reservation. I feel like we have more self-control in those situations. I don't think that.
Are you speaking for yourself?
No, I'm thinking for a majority of females. I feel like if I have a boyfriend, or if any girl has a boyfriend, and they see a guy that's attractive, you're not thinking in their head, oh my god, like I want to have sex with him. No, that's not what you're thinking about. Now, if a guy sees a girl with a fat ass walking across the street, he's thinking, damn, I want to fuck. That's what you're thinking.
I'll give you an example.
Excuse my language.
You telling me that if you seen someone in the street, someone of a Trey Songz type caliber.
I don't think Trey Songz is cute.
But listen, hypothetically speaking, don't ruin the hypothetical.
I'm sorry.
Hypothetically speaking, if you seen someone PNB Rock in the street.
I don't think he's attractive either.
Whoever you find attractive,
okay.
Ryan Gosling, whoever you find attractive in the street, you telling me the first thing you're like, I wonder what he thinks about on a daily basis. I wonder if he likes NASCAR. No, instinctively.
I'm not thinking I want to have sex with him. I'm thinking, oh my gosh,
pause. Shout out to my cousin Rob. We're all animals. Instinctively, we find people attractive. We don't just think like, oh, I wonder if Sydney likes to, in her past, she used to rip the heads off Barbies. Like, all right, this random shit. Like, no one thinks like that shit. You see an attractive person in the club across the street, at Starbucks, you're not sitting there thinking, I want to get to know him. No.
I think that's what girls think. I think that when a girl sees an attractive guy, she's thinking to herself, wow, like, he looks good. Like, I wonder, like, what he's like. I want to get to know him. Like, I want to see what's up with him, and then eventually be in a relationship with him. I've never seen a guy and just been thinking, oh yeah, I want to have sex with him. No, that's not how it is.
But you can't tell me it doesn't cross your mind.
Some.
That's the point I'm trying to make. It crosses your mind at some point. That might not be the focal point of what you're thinking about, but it does cross your mind. I wonder how it'll look with us in bed. Like, that crosses your mind. You consider it.
Okay.
Right? Am I right or wrong?
I don't know.
Sydney, am I right or am I wrong?
I think some girls think like that. I mean, it depends. Every girl has a different like sex drive. Some girls have higher sex drives. Some girls don't have any sex drives. But I've seen more girls have lower sex drives. I know every guy I know likes to have sex, likes to fuck. I've never like known a guy to be like, nah, I really.
But why is it such a fact that girls don't like to fuck just as much as men?
I'm not saying that we don't.
I just think that
You guys are just more.
sex for guys is more like biologically just ingrained, because like even with like prostitutes and like prostitution, it's still a male driven field. It's male seeking out a female to have sex.
That was a good example.
It's not like girls like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go find myself a male prostitute. That's more like in like, you know, like
I think
gay scenarios, like male prostitution, you hear that word male on male, not like females looking for males to have sex with. It's more like masculine. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, I guess, just the way that people are wired.
Well, then with all that being said, then it's like, just back to the topic of cheating. Why can't women be in the same field as men, where it's like you see an attractive guy at the bar while your husband might have got, or boyfriend might have got you upset that night, and you go home with that guy because you're feeling the way about your women, like, oh,
that's
I'm so
emotionally driven. That's emotionally driven.
I feel like when girls cheat, it's like you cheat because you want to hurt somebody. You cheat because you felt like your man hurt you, he disrespected you, so you cheat as a way to get like revenge. Guys will cheat just because.
I feel like it's even worse.
It is worse, but it's a fact though. It is worse.
Guy will cheat because he's horny.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's just,
and that's the problem, and I think that's why it's more accepted, because guys are looking at it like, oh, like if a girl cheats on me, she's so grimy, like I could never forgive her, because you know that she wanted to hurt you, and that's what happened. When you guys have sex, or when you guys cheat for that matter, it's, oh, I want to have sex with another female just because I just want to do it. My girlfriend's probably not even gonna find out.
She will.
I mean, not all the time. Unless you tell her, or you just not clean with
That's
anyway.
Besides the point. You don't want you obviously don't want your girlfriend to find out, because you want to stay in your relationship. You're not cheating for any other reason besides the fact that you want to know what that girl feels like.
Yeah, like I feel like.
But not all the time though. Like you can't make that general statement.
Okay, well, what's the exception?
The exception
besides
is,
the one that you just said.
The exception, the exception is that, like, again, say it's vice versa. Like say my girlfriend wasn't giving me, you know, the attention and love that I would want and everything, but this one girl DMs me and finds me interesting and she likes to talk to me, and I could express myself to her, and then it's like, wow, like she's a pretty
shouldn't be in a
cool
relationship
person.
then.
You missing the point. I'm talking about cheating right now.
That's cheating.
Okay, but it's the same again. Like if a man isn't giving you love and attention, and then you find it in someone else, like,
but you're
it's the same thing.
You're missing the point.
You missed my whole time. You didn't let me finish. You let me fucking finish.
Go ahead.
Oh my god. Oh my. Anyway, if my girlfriend isn't giving me that type of time and I'm finding it in another woman, that's another reason why men could cheat. The point I'm trying to make is,
but I feel like in that situation, if your girlfriend isn't giving you attention, why?
The same reason why girls stay in a relationship while their man isn't giving them any attention.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Like, that's what I mean. It's the same types of barrier. We split it up so much because it's male and female. Like, it's the same damn thing. We're just genetically different. But at the end of the day, it's like we all do the same things, but just have such rules and values to it. But it's like, nah, it's fucking apples and apples, my nigga. Like,
I don't think so. So you don't think it's different? You don't think there's a different reason behind why men cheat and why females cheat?
Again, it's not such a general umbrella to put it in. It's all situational, and like you said, everybody isn't always gonna cheat for the same reason. It just so happens that men are genetically wired to cheat specifically for a biological reason, and women in some cases.
Do you think that that's like an acceptable excuse?
I'm not saying it's acceptable.
No, I'm just asking out of curiosity. So do you think that like we should forgive men more often because you guys are genetically wired? I'm
not saying you should forgive men, but I think you should have some sort of understanding that that's kind of the way it is. Not saying you should be with that person, but it's the understanding that you have that, like, women, for example, I have to accept that women are not going to be, you know, 100% themselves throughout the month. Like, my girlfriend is finished telling me about periods and everything.
No, that's completely different. You cannot
Can I finish? I'm talking about understanding. Like, I have to understand that women aren't gonna be lacking in the emotion area. I have to understand that women are gonna view things totally different than what a man views them as. That's my understanding of women. I feel like it has to come back to us, like women have to understand men, that genetically, like it's embedded within our psyche that we are gonna seek other women. We're not always gonna do it, but like you said, we see a woman and it's like, holy shit, like, sure. You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
So that's okay to you then?
It's not okay. I'm just saying it's an understanding. Just understand it.
My thing is like everyone, like I just don't understand. Like everyone knows cheating is bad. Like I feel like if you really don't like me enough that you can go ahead and just cheat on me and
sometimes
just break up with me because cheating.
But that's easier said than done.
But I feel like cheating to me is cowardly. I think it's cowardly.
I agree. But sometimes I do think about what you said though, like about how we are, you know, animals, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. And like it's in our nature, well, in men's nature to reproduce and all that. And sometimes I really do think about that. Like, what if we're not meant to just be monogamous?
I mean, like just not really. Like this is, like I said, it's man-made things that put these situations
so you
in
think
place.
that society plays a role?
Absolutely, like religion, especially like religion say you have to get married or you have to, you know, be with this one woman or it's certain, even not even just American, but just in general. Like you see other religions, like you have to be with this one person or you know, it's certain rules that confine people to not be instinctively themselves. And it's kept order, but we kind of have to understand that genetically you can't get rid of how we're naturally made. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so.
I agree with that.
I mean, when you said like maybe we're not meant to be monogamous, but like when you think of like humans, we're like just a type of animal. But like in other animals, monogamy isn't a thing.
Exactly.
Penguins are very monogamous.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because they have to be? Like why?
I mean, again, that's in their biological setup. Like
That's crazy.
they get with one, you know, partner.
Doesn't the mother penguin die after they have the baby?
I don't know all the specifics, but I know that the dad sits on the egg like a G.
Oh, and the woman goes out and gets the food?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. You ever seen Happy Feet?
I don't know.
Oh my God,
I don't
you know?
know.
Marching
I
the
didn't
Penguins?
see it. I didn't see it. I mean, I
Shit.
probably saw it when I was younger, but I don't remember.
Like, this is going off topic, but the male seahorses give birth.
No way.
To like a billion types of.
Did you ever see that video of the seahorse giving birth? That was crazy. Yeah, it was so many.
It's like,
Dang, that's crazy. I didn't know penguins were monogamous. That's
And
crazy.
like, you know, male and female praying mantis like eat the head off the male type shit.
Oh,
We need
I
to
wish I was a
evolve to
praying
that.
mantis.
I mean,
Right, we need to evolve to that.
I mean, no, we
we
don't.
definitely need to evolve to
We
that.
really don't.
I mean, I wouldn't really want to bite no guy's head off, but like maybe cut it.
Just be scared.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to be a penguin because you know I want to sit on my
sit on your
egg
egg.
like a G.
And just be lazy.
Because
Like,
I'm here for my kid. I'm tired of these fucking other penguins saying, you know, penguin men ain't shit. That ain't never here for their kids. You know what I mean? I'm a good fucking penguin dad.
All right.
You know what I mean? This egg is right anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Great segue onto making eggs and sitting on them. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
No.
Yes.
Straight sex.
Mind you, in the cars, you're gonna say, we ain't gonna talk about no sex. I don't wanna talk about that.
Because I know
I'm
Kobe and I
Taysha.
freaking-
I'm
Alright.
such a prude. I ain't never done it before.
Alright.
Well, I ain't gonna get into what you told me. But anyway.
He just went.
Nah, because I remember.
I'm grown as hell, but I just don't feel, I just knew you were gonna talk about this. I knew
But
that's what you brought
She's
me.
just saying like she doesn't want to put all that out.
You don't
cool,
have
though.
to,
I'm
but it's
open,
like
let's go.
it's just like your opinion on certain things. Because one thing that I just want to talk about how like just women see like birth control and how
Okay,
it affects them, like not really externally but internally and everything. Because like right now, like my girlfriend, like she's on the shot right now and everything. She was telling me like, huh?
The Depo show.
Yeah, she's on that, and like the first month, like it was, I don't want to say chaotic, but it was like not making her normal, I guess you can say. Like she was like always sleepy all the time.
Yeah,
Like her sexual drive was down, voice crack was, her sexual drive was down, and it was kind of just having, I guess, negative impact on her body and stuff like that. And she was questioning whether or not, you know, she should, you know, get it again. I was like, if that's what's happening, like, shit, like, we'll practice safe sex, man. Like, I'll do that shit, you know. But other than that, I just want to get your take on, you know, whether it be, you know, the pill or the shot or getting tube side or whatever, you know what I mean? Plan B.
When I was really young, well, not really young, maybe like 15 or something, or 16, I got on birth control because like for my period or whatever, like cramps or whatever. But then I stopped taking it because it was making me very emotional, like, and I didn't like it. And then I started thinking about it and like researching it and stuff like that. And I feel like it really does mess your body up. Like we were just talking about, like it's unnatural for us to have to take that. And I just don't think it's appropriate. But just I mean, obviously people are gonna disagree.
I mean, I feel like it's unnatural to wear condoms, but that's just me.
I mean, that's true too, but what would you prefer? Like the condom comes off and you're right back to normal. I'm taking birth control, and when you get the depot shot, that lasts for 3 months, and your body's gonna be messed up for those 3 months. You don't get to just take the condom off and then be normal again. Your body is gonna have to, you know.
I mean, I feel you.
Feel it so.
I feel like it's benefits and drawbacks to it. You know what I mean? Like
obviously, you're not gonna understand.
I mean, I do understand.
What,
like,
how come guys don't have to take birth control? Why do we have to take it?
I mean, there is a male form of birth control.
What is it? What is it?
Google it. I forget
like a pill?
I don't think it's a pill necessarily.
But I feel like if you take
birth control,
if men were to take birth control and you were maybe
carry life, you know, like, because we give birth. Guys can't.
And I feel like if you're made infertile, like as a man, you can't reverse that. Like it's gonna be permanent.
See,
wow.
That's what I mean.
So why don't you guys just take that then?
Well, because first of all, it's really not been a thing until recently. For us to be like, we should get some birth control.
Yo, shit. I feel like guys should have to take birth
control.
control.
What if like it left people infertile?
It really can mess your body up. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Listen. So my ex-boyfriend's sister, she was like taking birth control and she got pregnant, and she had something, I think it's called a tubular pregnancy or something like that. So the egg was fertilized and it was in her fallopian tubes, and since she was on birth control, it couldn't go through to her uterus. So it got stuck and the baby started to grow in her fallopian tube, and she had to get surgery. Ectopic pregnancy, and she had to get surgery, and like that was a very dangerous situation.
No,
right? That's a very dangerous situation.
I laugh when I feel
and those that's just an
I feel very funny when you said that shit, like it's in her fucking.
That's just an example of the type of situation that can happen. Like I just feel like it's just not safe for females to take birth control, and the fact that it's so, oh yeah, girl, just get on the pill so that I can nut in you. Like no,
you know.
That's selfish. It's selfish.
It's selfish.
Abstinence. Facts though. I want to read their stuff. The stuff people are saying. Can you read it?
There was an experimental.
Sis gonna read it. Sis gonna read it.
There was an experimental pill, but guys were getting cramps and stuff, so they didn't want to do it anymore.
What? Hey. That's what I'm talking about.
And some girl said that happened to me. It's really scary.
Yeah.
Real shit. All right, shout out to Alexis and Najee.
Yeah.
I see y'all niggas.
Thanks for your input.
Hope y'all enjoying the fucking show. For me, we out here.
All right.
Relax in.
Okay, you too hype.
Yeah, relax.
I ain't like y'all. I ain't like y'all. Chill out. I'm upset. Why y'all say chill to me? Oh my god. I'm so offended you said chill.
So wait, I want to get back to her comment about it was an experiment and guys got cramps so they didn't want to do it. Is that what she said?
Y'all can't handle some cramps, so we believe
they can't handle anything. Listen, we were just talking about this in my job. We were just talking about this in my job. This guy had a freaking cold and he went home from work. He just had some sniffles and he went home from work.
Yeah, but
we have to work through cramps. We have to have class through cramps, and we have them for a week straight. An entire week.
I used to throw up. Like
it's that bad. My best friend, she gets cramps so bad that she can barely move. Like it's really bad, and I feel like you guys are just not understanding.
Okay, listen.
And you don't have to explain this like.
I don't want this to get onto like, women versus you.
No, this is what we're talking about right now. And you third party, you're talking too much. Relax. Okay, take a chill pill. I don't know what kind of studies you're doing right now. Study some shit. Anyway. Alright, listen. I'm fully aware and I'm fully comprehending the fact that it is very difficult internally to be a woman. I'm very aware of that shit.
And externally and emotionally.
I'm talking about internally. Okay?
All of it.
Cause I'm disregarding all that other shit.
You guys are weak.
Internally, I understand that it's a lot that goes with you guys, and it isn't never easy. But however, for you to say that men just don't get it, it's like, how can you even expect us to really even like not only relate, but just really just have a true understanding of what goes on? You kind of have to, again, understand the fact that we just won't know what it's like. You know, instead of getting upset with us, like, you don't know how hard it is. I got cramps every week. It's like, okay, we get it. But it won't help you
Do you?
complaining
You
about it.
don't get it.
No,
That's the point.
I get the fact that you won't shut the fuck up about it when you come to work telling me about your situation. I don't want to know. You know
Why
what I mean?
not? Why don't you want to know?
First of all, I think it's improper to tell me that you're on your period. Just
What?
out of the blue. I don't need to know that. Unless
What?
we fucking, then that's it.
Are you kidding me?
Why you need to tell me?
Why don't you need to know? It's just regular thing. Like, how's the weather today? How was your day today?
I don't
It's
think that's-
raining.
I don't think that's
I had a
fucking
bad day in
regular.
class. It's the same thing. It's natural.
I got